Let's talk about it. What's up, Sid? How are you?
What's going on? I am good. This is an amazing weekend. It's the Labor Day weekend, and listen, nothing but fun, good friends, good food going on all weekend long.
Oh man, you got Dragon Con, you got House in the Park, you got what's the name of the other one?
You got Atlanta, Black Pride.
No, is it a parade this weekend, or is it
no
parade?
It's just Black Pride weekend. No
Okay.
parade. That's in October.
Okay.
It's a lot going on. There's a few concerts going on here. I don't know the specifics or who's actually, but there's a lot going on. So if you're in the city, avoid the traffic.
Chris Brown is this weekend.
See, there we go.
Yeah,
so
Chris Brown is this weekend. I saw somebody selling a ticket recently, but yeah.
Yeah.
Breeze, have you seen Chris Brown?
I haven't been to a Chris Brown concert. However, I think I love to go because I heard that he does a really good job.
Go to a Chris Brown show. I went. Was it last? I can't remember, but I went not that long ago, and I was just amazed at everything that he was doing. Like, it was one part of the show where he had like this wheel. I mean, of course it was, orchestrated, but he had his wheel, and then whatever the wheel landed on, like he was spinning the wheel, whatever the wheel landed on, he performed that song.
Okay,
cool. It was kind of like the fans' choice as far as music that you listen. It wasn't like Never Say Goodbye or Run It. It was like all of the B-track songs on the album. So like It's a Winner, which is like my favorite Chris Brown song. Like he did that on there, and I was like, oh shit, so. But
get out and see Chris Brown.
Cool. So let me ask you this question. I mean, like, so if there's a debate, there was a debate at one point in time, but for the Usher and Chris Brown, like, who do you enjoy more? And I'm gonna add another question in a second. Let's just start with the first question.
Well, that question, I'm more of an Usher. I come from that genre, Usher, so I'm a little old school. Hey, it is what it is.
All good. Okay. And what makes Usher stick out more than Breezy?
That's a good question. Usher gives me he gives me music. He gives me like I said, there is a vibe. It's almost like, and I'm not comparing, so no one take this this way, but it's like back in the day, like Luther Vandross. Yeah. Luther Vandross was a vibe to me. So if you hear a Luther song, like I'm vibing, I'm chilling. Usher gives me that, like, I just want to vibe. This is some Usher. I'm vibing. I'm in my zone with the Usher. So that's my reasons.
The one thing I like about Chris is that he has transcended. I don't want to say genres. He has kept going with the music landscape changing. Yeah. Like, I felt like there was kind of a drop off for Usher at one point. I mean, I think Usher was still making, pretty good music, but, it was almost like kind of trying to chase the relevancy instead of being automatically relevant based off of who you are. Now, I feel like after Usher did when he started doing the residencies, that's when it started to become Usher is dope. Y'all need to pay attention to him. But I don't feel like Chris Brown, his struggles, if any, or I want to say if any, because the nigga did go through some shit, but with the Rihanna thing. Yeah. And that's what damn near ruined. Like, I feel that if Chris Brown was to, if that Rihanna incident would have happened in the last 10 years, he wouldn't have been able to rebound. But when it happened, it was just like 2011, 2010, somewhere around there. Actually, might have been 2009. But, the internet didn't have as much of a impact to shut down things with the Me Too movement and all that stuff. So it's just interesting that I love that. I wish he'd have went a little bit of a different direction instead of the almost the thug angle. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would, because I feel like Chris Brown trajectory, like before the Rihanna thing happened, he had Double Mint, Gum. He had all of these things where it was setting him up to be that guy. Right. And then, it all fell down, with the Rihanna thing. But after that, it was the song with Lil Wayne. I can't think of the name of it, but that was the next song. I was like, wait, kind of go. It's almost like R. Kelly, right? It's like, R. Kelly I have like a mixed bag with R. Kelly, and I say that as in, like we talking back in the day, like Chocolate Factory. And I hate to say it back in the day because that was like 2001, 2002, but that was 20 plus years ago. But when the whole little tape thing came out, and he was ruled not guilty and stuff like that, I felt like he came with grown up music where he was like, okay, Chocolate Factory. And then he had the gospel album and the Steppin' album together. And then even, with TP3, I thought he did pretty good. But then, he kind of lost me with I'm a Flirt. I'm like, all right, man. Like, bro. And I remember looking it up at the time. I was like, dude, I mean, like, I'm 48 now. You're 45. And I just remember thinking, I was like, this dude 43 years old talking about I'm a Flirt. And I'm like, stick to the positive stuff because people will forget,
But again, R. Kelly, and regardless of what folk think, in his personal life, that's his personal life, what he's going through, it is what it is. However, you cannot discount this man. He knows how to write. His music is amazing. R. Kelly's amazing. I will give that.
I mean, for all of the stuff that happened, like you said, the personal life, sometimes it's harder to and I get people not being able to separate the personal versus the music. Correct. Because I know for me, it was a song, and it's funny, it was a song that I said I was going to get married to, and it's from R. Kelly, and it's what's the name of it? I can't think of the name of the song, but it's a part in there. It's off of the Girl, I'll Be Right There When You Need Me. It's off of 12 Play.
Okay.
And he had a part at the end of it. He said, "You need a man who's honest, understanding, satisfying, belonging, affectionate, needful, dedicated." And he's still a husband.
And so you all those things.
I was like, that is dope as fuck.
So you you all those things.
Yes.
Okay.
And I love that. I was like, you know what? When I get married, that's going to be the song. And it kind of has me with a bit of, I don't want to say reluctancy, but at the same time, it's kind of like, damn, it's almost like when you play R. Kelly now, like I can honestly say, like, just from a DJing standpoint, I haven't played Step in the Name of Love.
Step in the Name of Love.
Probably the last 10 years.
Why not?
Because of the negative
connotation it has.
Yeah, that's it. That has been impacted with. And it's like, but the thing is, like, music is dope in itself, where you can play. You don't have to play that song, but it's a good song to be like, I know that it's gonna rock. So I know people will dance to it.
Correct.
So, but but back to so this is the question I was going to ask. What 4 artists, because I was asked this yesterday and I found it to be an interesting question. What 4 female artists would shut it down at a concert? And then what 4 male artists would shut it down at a concert for you? Or if you you could look across, like if you say, hey, what's something that you would love to see from 4 musical art? Like, well, what 4 musical artists would you like to see, male and female?
That's a good question, because there's so many out there. But since you asked me, I'm anticipating when she comes, anyways. But I'm a Fantasia fan, and let me tell you why.
One person said Fantasia.
I was like, okay. But I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. Not only that, I like her music, her voice, etc. But see, I'm a church boy. Mm-hmm. Fantasia gonna give me church as well. Mm-hmm. I remember going to a Patti LaBelle concert.
You don't ever have to worry about her being able to sing.
Right, right. She's gonna bring it. Right. And I remember going to a Patti LaBelle concert, and this is in Florida, and Patti LaBelle and her, her background singers, her team, etc. They started singing "Total Praise" by Richard Smallwood. Total Praise. As she was ending the song was so, like, the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. People were crying. people were clapping, people were jumping, people were shouting, like people were so engulfed in that song, Total Praise. She couldn't even shut it down. She was trying to stop the song, and the crowd was just done. Like it was an experience. And so Fantasia brings me, she gonna bring church to me too. She gonna bring me God. She gonna bring my roots, what I know. So that's what I love about Fantasia. She can mix it up. She don't give me that R&B, and then she can bring me a little. She can take me to church as well. Well, that's what I love about Fantasia.
Now you brought up a good point. You said the church aspect of it, and this is kind of, I don't know if that's how. I mean, that's what makes. And we just talking R&B as far as these 4 and 4, but that church part of it, I feel is what that balance is what made DMX that relevant.
Yeah,
like I feel like when DMX was making music, I mean, and Jay-Z mentioned this in the interview. He was saying how, you know, coming on, growling, building up the energy, turn around and praying, got people all engaged, and like that's what. Like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but that's what kind of drew me to DMX as an artist. You know, it wasn't that he was just this super lyrical dude. It was just like he kind of found, and that was the dope part about Tupac, in my opinion. You know, like Tupac could go from, because people say, well, you know, how do you want it? But then you got Only God Can Judge Me, right? Or you got I Ain't Mad at You, or like all of these.
Which is a good song.
Yeah, you know, it's just. It's dope to see that balance within artists. So back to the R&B, or back to the 4, I would say, I mean, you gave me one, so you gave me one, so I'm gonna give you one. Jill Scott is one for me. That's my girl.
I love me some Jill Scott. Let me say it. That's who I listen. Jill Scott. That's Jill. I said Fantasia for the gospel aspect, but let me tell you something. I love me some Jill Scott.
Jilly from Philly is my one. I love the fact that her energy. I remember seeing her for $6 at school. Like it was crazy. When you think back to it, it was the Roots and Jill Scott. You know, like Jill Scott was just started. She was about to drop her album and stuff like that, but they came to our campus for $6.
Jill is real. I love me some Jill. I love me some Jill Scott. That's my girl. But let me ask you this question. So
you gotta tell me your other 3.
I'm okay. Let me. Well,
okay. Go ahead.
Male artist.
Go ahead and ask your question, and then we'll come back.
Okay, because we're still on the same topic though. Because so many people have they're at the point they're played out with boots on the ground. Now that Fantasia has added this twist, what do you think of it? Because I love it. I'm like, it's dope.
I think it brings more exposure to it, but I'm just tired of the song in general, and that's just, I'm thinking of it from a DJ perspective. So I'm thinking like every time I go out and DJ, I play that song. It's almost like I mean, I'm still there's songs like
so do people
shuffle that still get
played, and cha-cha slide and the wobble, all of that is still being played, and we're not tired of that, but we want to put boots on the ground. But we
are tired of
this
is how we do it.
But what I've noticed, I got you. But what I've noticed is you can play music in a setting, people will dance, what have you. But when you start playing those line dance songs, etc., more folk get up, they're more engaged, they're more involved. Like you may not like playing all that, but people are more involved.
It's a cheat code because back in the day, like from a DJing perspective, back in the day, it used to be a little. I mean, of course, there were certain things that you had to play, but then you could let other new things come in.
Right.
Like, I would play. I don't know, not necessarily doing a club or party thing, but I would play like Spodioti Dopalicious, like off of the Quemini album, and that's just kind of a chill vibe song, whatever. Right. I play that at like poetry events or just like some more loungy type of events. It's very difficult that it's like, well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I haven't gotten tired of Tamia dance. But you know, like not playing thing. And sometimes the DJ used to be used to control it more so rather than, okay, now I got to, I mean, I was DJing my 30th reunion and it's like, well, you know, all of the requests were all the requests I've heard before. You know, so it wasn't. It's like I want to say groupthink mindset, but everybody likes the same songs to dance to, and if you don't play those songs, then nobody dances.
No one dance, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I play them, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you used to be able to sneak in. I remember. I still remember. This is probably. I want to say this is the last time I was able to do that. But I remember when Gucci came, or not Gucci, but Jeezy came out. Thug Motivation 101. I played at least 6 or 7 songs off of that album, and only one of them at that time was a single.
Oh, okay.
Like, was a Piece Up, A-Town Down, like all of that stuff. I was just running, and people, you know, some people had heard it, some people hadn't, but it was still a vibe. You know, like people were still messing with it. And I felt like Migos had it for a minute with that, like where you had like T-shirts wasn't like an official single, but like people like T-shirts, or people like, you know, like Dab and all that. Like it's more difficult to do that now, just because people want to make sure that they get their line dances in.
And I think that because oftentimes, especially people of color, Black people, we're not as engaged. Oftentimes, like if you're going to certain clubs, everybody just standing back, just chilling, watching, like most of us do.
But we can't even do the club no more, though. Like the club is not the club. Like the club is sections and sections and bar. That's it.
We were talking about the club scene.
Shoot. So what was my bad for the disruption. What were we going with?
We were talking about the club scene and then what music is being played and how people are engaged.
How people are taking in the music. And it's a different way. You know, you definitely like it's more of a vibe now than it's more of a vibe than an actual, hey, we go get up and dance. And that's why I say like it's broken down into sections. Like you actually got to get a section to be able to sit down, but there's no dance floor no more. Like no clubs are having dance floors. You know, if it's a dance floor, it's like 5 feet.
Well, that's the clubs you go to. Okay. Clubs that I go to, we have a dance floor, and like I said,
y'all keep y'all shit up.
Well, what I'm saying, like I said, the all the live music that you said, the Beyonce, the Tamia, the boots on the ground, all that gets them involved. However, we're a lot of house music. You give us some good house music. We're dancing. We're on the dance floor. It could be regular house, gospel house, etc. Like we're dancing. We're on the dance floor. And I love that energy
Okay.
because you get anybody on. If you come to the clubs I attend, and you know, you will see that it's different.
Okay.
But let me just say this: from a heterosexual club or a gay club,
and we had talked about that. That's one of the topics. Are the clubs opposed? Like, do you have to be gay in order to do the DJ?
Absolutely not. No.
How do I get in? Where the plug at?
Well, listen.
I will do everything.
I'll just connect you because it's there. Like, you know.
No, and that was one thing we were talking. Like, one of the topics is how do we, like, what's the difference between, like, and you can describe it because I know what I've seen as far as what I've been exposed to, and you said it best. Like, there's more engagement, there's more dancing, there's more
correct.
There's more. I don't want to say more outgoing, but it's people that are more in tune. I go to I don't really club like that on a like I don't really feel like clubbing in a space where I can dance full time, but at the same time I do like to get up. I hear you say a stepping song or a line dance, whatever you call it, then I like to get involved. But a lot of people are afraid of that because they're just sitting in their sections. I don't say a lot, but some people.
And see what and let me put this out there about the gay and the straight club, because again, I've been to both. I go out. I love people. I have fun. Mm-hmm. However, there is a difference when you go to a heterosexual club. Again, they're having a good time. They may be smoking a hookah, having their drinks in their sections. To your point, and everyone is segregated doing their thing. Mm-hmm. If a good song come on, folk may dance, folk may not dance. It is what it is. And again, it's a good time. It's a good vibe. Mm-hmm. However, you go over to the gay club, and I'm not trying to force no one to go to no gay club. So let me just put that out there. However, it's more engaging. You get more straight people in the gay club, women that's having bachelorette parties. All of them, they come to the gay clubs because they know they're not because they're not going to be groped. Mm-hmm. They feel safe. They can actually have fun. Like, get out there. We're engaged. No one is just about like just groping and touching. We're going to interact with you. Go ahead.
And sorry to interrupt. This is one thing. The things that you're saying that they feel more confident in are the things that, in my opinion, I can't speak for all heterosexual men. I care less. I'm going to go in there and have fun.
Right.
But the stereotype is that will happen to them if they go into a gay club or a gay bar. Like being groped or whatever. That's stereotype.
And that's the stereotype. First and foremost, if like I said, if you're straight and you're going to a gay club, first of all, nobody's trying to grope you or touch you. First, we don't know if you're gay or straight. Mm-hmm. You come into the club just like we are. No one is looking at you like that. And let's be honest, half the straight folk that go in there, you're not that attractive that somebody wants you anyway. So let's be clear. Okay. We everyone have their preference. I'm not saying we ain't told you. Like, I'm not saying you. But they ain't gonna necessarily grope me. But again, I'm getting there. You may not be that, and so, however, if you are attractive, you may have a man be like, "Oh, you," and that's when you say, "That's not what I do." And guess what? And they're gonna walk away and be like, "All right, cool. We're not just
looked at as predators, though. Like that's just crazy to me to think that everybody. I mean, we kind of talked about this before, but not necessarily within the club scene, but just the idea that everybody want you.
No, that is so not true. Everyone doesn't want you. And see, I guess because you're straight, a lot of straight men think, "Oh, he looking at me, he want me," bro. I promise you, everyone is not looking at you. Hell, women don't want you. Mm-hmm. What makes you think? What? And I'm just saying, some guys, not all, but a woman barely wants you. That's why you're single. You think we want you to? No. But we could go down the line. Why as to why we may not? Are you employed? Mm-hmm. Do you have good hygiene? You may not have the biggest meat, and I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that's what folk go for, but I'm like, you can't put yourself out there to be this King Kong like everybody wants you, and you slacking a lot of air.
You are a normal person,
right?
I want to say average, but you are a normal person that some people may be attracted to you.
Some
people may.
Absolutely. That's
it.
And
I think that's the bottom line. A lot of people get lost
right.
in the sauce that everybody wants them. And that's
absolutely not. And that's not true.
You got to mention the hygiene thing and the other things. It's like, if you ain't got all of that stuff together, then that makes you less attractive. You know, so
it could be your attitude, it could be your teeth, it could be the way you dress. There's a lot of variables that, like, I'm not looking at you. Yeah, okay, you may be straight, but okay, maybe let that woman deal with that. We don't want those problems. And it depends on the type of person you're dealing with and who's seeing you, who's viewing you. If you go to a more mature type of setting, everyone is vibing, having a good time, whether it's gay, straight, but especially gay, we vibing. Straight people come in, I'm dapping you up. How you doing? If you come in with your girl, your wife, how y'all doing? It's good to see y'all here. I'm glad y'all here. Y'all come and have party with us. Can I buy y'all a drink? Together, we vibing. It's no, I want you or no. We just glad that you come out and you supporting whatever it is that we're doing, how we're vibing. You know, that whatever it is, we're just grateful that you're there.
So I don't like where this conversation has went, because and it's cool, but we went away from
talking about the artists
we did. We want to perform.
We did.
I do like that, because that was one of the topics that we were going to talk about anyway. I like to transition into it, but god damn it, what's 3 other women that you would like to see perform?
3. Well, I give you 1, Fantasia. I like Jill Scott, and I say my 3rd to see perform. She's not alive today, but I'm a Whitney Houston fan. I wish Whitney was still. I was anticipating on a last record or something she would come out before everything happened with her and her transition. I was just waiting for Whitney come back. Okay. Now, the song that R. Kelly wrote, "I Look to You," I love it, but I was looking for, to come like a full comeback. I was waiting on which is like, listen, let me tell you, I still got it.
She was hitting and missing. It's just like the song that that she did with Wyclef. I can't think of the name of it, but I love that song. And it's just interesting that she wasn't able to, one thing I didn't like about that, honestly, I mean, it has nothing to do. I mean, it has something to do with her death, but it was almost that Bobby Brown was blamed for it. Yeah, even though they weren't together. And I don't like that whole. Well, he introduced her to it, where it ended up coming out that she introduced him to it. Which is crazy. But like I said, I mean, you pick and choose the life that you live.
Now, I am looking for a Monica and Brandy comeback. Them on their tour. I'm just saying, because honestly, most would not say it or admit it. Brandy is an amazing vocalist. Yeah. Amazing vocalist.
Performer, entertainer, period.
Amazing. So, most won't admit it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to their tour.
I mean, I remember all the way back to, the album, but then Thea, I'm like, I was like, why she got a TV show? But she was actually pretty good. I mean, she had her own show as well. It's just interesting to see her overall, and then her back with Monica. When it was in 98 when they the Boys Mind and stuff. Because
I think everybody had this negative connotation of the Boys Mind, like they were beefing with each other. I don't think they were really beefing.
That's how music used to do it, though. It was almost like the competition made it. Because I never was a fan of the beef with Tupac and Biggie. I was never a fan of. I remember the whole record sales thing with 50 Cent and Kanye, 2009, and I was just like. I'm gonna buy both CDs. So what is it? I remember people were buying 3 Kanye CDs just so 50 Cent wouldn't sell as much. And I was like, you can only listen to one of them at a time.
That's it.
But even the Gucci Jeezy thing, that was a little bit more darker. People died and stuff like that. But it was dope, in my opinion, to see them two get on stage together within the verses and just be in the same space in Magic City. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. I ordered food. It was a whole vibe here in the house, for that series. And it was just good to see them being able to do, even if they have beef to this day, because they ended up going on a tour after that, but even if they have beef to this day, it's just good to see them being able to perform because it's Atlanta.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, like that, when Gucci was getting locked up and Jeezy Boy getting murdered and all that stuff, them going back and forth, it was just like you had BMF at the time, doing their thing down here, and it was a lot. Lil Jon, it was so much going on in Atlanta. Yeah, Usher. Atlanta was just blowing up at that time, 2002, 2003. And it was just a vibe. I came down here one time and I was just blown away. And I was like, okay. I was like, if I ever moved to any other place, it would be here.
And Atlanta is a vibe.
Yeah, and hindsight, 15 years later, almost 20 years later, I moved here and I still love it.
I love this city. People ask me all the time why I love Atlanta. And it was crazy. I had a friend, and I'm kind of getting off subject, but I had a friend ask me about Atlanta or Houston, or if I had to move somewhere else in the U.S., where would I go? And I'm just like, maybe DC, but Atlanta is my city. I love my people. I love black people. I love my black people.
I haven't really had a vibe in DC, but I would consider Houston next, just because my family's there.
Okay.
But outside of that, I would probably consider DC above Houston. I had a short amount of time in DC, but I love DC while I was there.
Me too. I like DC, but I would say love DC and I love Houston. It's just not an Atlanta vibe. And I tell folk, people talk about Atlanta. This is Atlanta. There's too many transsection, all that stuff. Listen, if you complain about Atlanta, you have not explored this city. Period.
But what does it matter anyway? And why does Atlanta get that negative?
Right.
I mean, you hear it from women and men.
Right.
Where it's like
bring your man, you bring your man and all. Yeah. And it's just me. Every man is not DL. Every straight man's not. They're not. And so when women say that, it drives me crazy. Mm-hmm. Stop saying it. Stop putting that on every man. Because there's some good, decent, wholesome straight men as yourself, like I said, in Atlanta, that enjoy the city because you're out, you're vibing, you're having fun. What they got to do with you being DL? Nothing to you being DL, and it drives me crazy when I hear women, particularly saying that. Now, even men, straight men. Back to what we said, every man don't want you. And now I always tell folk, and this is a little off. There's something about you that's attracting those type of people, male or female. You check yourself. Check yourself.
But the Cat Williams, ain't you keep attracting ain't shit.
There you go. So the man is like all these faggots or whatever y'all want to call it. No, bro, there's something about you that's attracting a certain because a quality gay male. A quality gay female, whatever. We're not going for no anything. Absolutely not. I don't care what you look, how straight you are. That don't mean I want you. So check yourself. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
So now I gotta revert it back. I'm trying to think of the three women.
Think of the women. We keep going off, then we come back. My bad.
Cool if I had to think of the other, well, I said two. I said what? Jill. No, Jill was my first.
Jill was your first, yeah.
I had to throw three other ones in there. Shoot.
And I don't mind see Pat LaBelle either, but anyway, I'm old school, so I digress.
I was thinking Mary J, but Mary J, I was thinking about. I want you to think about this topic real quick.
I went to one of her concerts, and she was actually good.
Mary's amazing.
Yeah, she was.
Mary's amazing. I want you to come up with 2 to 3 songs that you can have sex with for Mary J. Now you ain't gotta do it right now. I'm giving you time to think about it while I come up with 3. And the only reason I say that is Mary J, in my opinion, she's auntie. She's that sister that has went through some shit.
Correct.
But she's not the overly, hey, I'm trying to get it in. Right. So think about that. But if I said Jill Scott, I would go Janet Jackson.
Okay.
Let's see. I had Janet. two other women. It's tough because I prefer male singers over women singers.
Oh, so you're a little sexist.
I can run off the male singers that I like a lot.
Gotcha.
The women singers, I gotta think about them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I would say sexist. I would say more so preference. Okay. So like if I said, hey, what's 4 singers for me? I'll just jump over to the men. I'll jump back to the women as I think about that. I would throw Tank in there. I would throw R. Kelly in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would throw Usher in there. And I throw Chris Brown in there.
Okay.
Like without that's just
gotcha.
How I run. And my dark horse might be D'Angelo. And maybe Maxwell. But if I'm going, definitely like for the vibe. Like now, you're looking at overall, you're talking about like the great artists, like you get Michael Jackson and stuff like that in there. But I'm talking about like from the let's go shut shit down. In my opinion, like outside of the Mount Rushmore of singers, like I would say them 4 as far as like setting the vibe, setting the mood, stuff like that. Like that if women saw them 4 dudes, they'd be like, they'd be all for it. And that's how I would like to see someone perform is seeing the reaction. Because Michael Jackson is a cheat code. Like everybody vibes with Michael. It's kids that are 10 years old that'd be like, I love Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson wasn't even alive 10 years ago.
I think Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of this time right now.
Beyonce is another one that I would throw on that list of women.
And I'm not.
I need one more.
I'm not a. I won't say that because I don't want to mess up the Beehive.
No.
But I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I love Beyonce. Like I love her. I love but I'm just not the one that's gonna
We were talking about her in the barbershop yesterday.
Paying all this extra money to go see and putting all this get up. I'm not doing that.
I've witnessed enough Beyonce performances. I like Beyonce, but you get to I saw Renaissance. Loved that album, the vibe. But I wasn't really for the Cowboy Carter album. I just didn't like it, and that's okay. It's a preference. So I didn't need to see her during this last tour. But the way that she had everybody wearing cowboy hats,
I love that. I love that.
Timeline, I love that. She has it.
She had black people out buying. Okay, absolutely. So I
literally getting their fits.
I loved it all. I'm just not that person to. I'm not doing all that. No.
So I gave you Beyonce. Well, you gave me Beyonce is definitely one.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like for R&B,
they said Jill, Janet, Beyonce. That's 3.
That would do it for me. I don't. She's not overtly famous. But I might throw A. Marie in there.
Oh, okay.
I just liked A. Marie. Okay. I loved her. I was
like I said, preference.
I was in love with her when she came out. She had the 2 hits. She had the Talking to Me and the other joint where she was sitting on the bench in the video. But of course, I'm pretty sure there's somebody that I would put above her as far as performance because I've never seen her perform. But yeah. But what about male singers for you?
I'm sorry, my daughter is texting me, asking me a rhetorical question. I was like, girl, okay, anyway. I didn't say male singers. I just saw the people. Okay. Male. Now, are we talking about any genre or are we just talking about R&B?
R&B.
Okay, R&B. I would say I like I think his name is what's his name? I want to be correct. John B. Pretty Girl. I don't know if you remember. That's back in the day.
John B.
I think I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right?
John B.
Okay.
Yeah.
So John B. Pretty Girl. That's
John B. is literally like he comes up like I got a playlist that he's like the first 3 songs on the playlist of different albums.
R. Kelly, Usher, and I got one more. Well, again, he's not alive, but like I'm a Luther type of. Then I can go on. I like James.
My cousin lived
like
and
James
died
Brown.
by
Okay,
Luther.
I'm a James Brown fan. I love James Brown. Like I like.
But if you was going to a show and you like these 4 are on the bill, so I'm gonna give 2 scenarios. If you go into a show, these 4 on the bill, you like, there's no way I'm not going to that show. And then the other scenario is you go into a festival and all 4 are performing at the same time on different stages. And this is the most difficult decision that you got to make.
I'm running between Luther and James Brown. I'm running between them 2.
Okay.
I want to hear that's me. That's my vibe. I'm old school. Like I can do. Yeah.
Okay. See, because you brought it. So say for instance, if it's the one, I'll just throw Luther in there as an example because Luther wasn't on my 4, but Luther is I hold in high regard. If I'm at this stage and I'm at this stage and I hear R. Kelly's Ignition. I hear Luther's House Is Not a Home. Which stage you going to?
I'm going Luther.
I feel you. And that's all I was thinking too. But it's hard for me to not go and see Ignition. Or Your Body's Calling Me. Or, like...
Or R. Kelly could say, Your Body's Calling Me. Or I Believe I Can Fly. I'm going to listen to I Believe I Can Fly. Because, again, I like music that resonates with me. That gives meaning. Mm-hmm. That I Believe I Can Fly. The whole song. I can believe I can touch it. I think about it every night. I can go down. I will listen to that. Then Your Body's Calling Me, because that may not be for me.
I Believe I Can Fly versus like A House Is Not a Home.
Right. Well, if House Is Not a Home and Believe I Can Fly, I'm trying to peek between both of them. Man, I like.
House Is Not a Home is about like 6 or 7 minutes long.
Right.
So.
So I'm like, okay, I like a yeah.
So. I would probably go and see.
But Your Body's Calling Me is one of those songs that you said earlier that I would probably have relation sex to. Your Body's Calling Me.
Wait. So we talked about the 4 artists, man and woman. So Mary J, 3 songs.
Oh,
that you would put on, like you can look them up too. 3 songs. If you can't think, I was beating my brain. I've been beating my brain for probably about a good 15, 20 years.
I wouldn't say
5 songs that I could do.
I wouldn't say any songs of Mary J that I would play in that moment of intimacy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that. However, if I was gonna just play Mary J that I like, it's like My Everything. Mm-hmm. That's my tune right there.
I play that at every wedding I DJ.
What's the other one she doing?
I don't like the hateration, high
yeah, I don't know the song. Yeah, that I like that good old little dance beat. I don't know. Yeah. That. Yeah, so I'm good. Yeah, and like there's a song that a lot of people don't acknowledge by Diana Ross, mm-hmm. and it's Everybody Dance. Mm-hmm. When I tell you it's a vibe, it's a energy song, it's an engagement song. If you ever listen to Diana Ross, it's a like I look like she's just talking about everybody dance, show love. Like it's an inspiring song. It's an encouraging song. It's a upbeat song. And so, yeah. And I'm not really Diana Ross fan, but I like that song.
If you was playing Diana Ross around your kids, how would they look at you?
They were actually, with the song that I'm talking about, they would actually dance with me. Okay. My son with his personality, my daughter would be looking at me crazy. Like, really, Dad? But my son,
my great nephews would look at me crazy. They look at me like...
You haven't heard the song, though. That's why.
No. What I'm saying is it's weird how they digest music, or not just them, but like the younger generation,
right?
That's removed. Like, because I have, like I said, I have great nephews now, but I'm saying like I have nieces and nephews that I remember talking to one of my nephews, and he told me like his favorite rapper was Chameleonaire, and I was like, but it was hard for me to take it, like to get what he was saying.
Right.
But I mean, he was born in '94. You know what I'm saying? So being born in '94, you missed all of the Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z beat. Like, so saying Chameleonaire and 2000.
So let me tell you,
2005 is your favorite rapper. He's 10 years old. It's not that far off, right? You know, but,
you're right.
But it feels far-fetched for somebody that's like Chameleonaire. Like, you never heard of Jay-Z, you never heard of Outkast,
right?
You never heard of all these people.
They haven't.
No, Chameleonaire. And I was like, okay, but shoot, my other nephew, I think he might be 33 or 34 right now, and he was telling me how Lupe Fiasco is his favorite rapper.
Oh, really?
And I was like, he's. I mean, we were literally having like just text back and forth, and he has, because Lupe album came out like last week or something on in August 20th or whatever last Friday was, but his album came out, and I asked him, had he listened to it and blah blah blah, and he was, just telling me like, yeah, I had it, like, what? It's funny too. He told me, it's funny. He told me he didn't have a chance to listen to it, and I was like, how? The album is 20 minutes long.
Well, it's just like some of us,
and that's your favorite rapper.
Well,
what I'm saying is, 20 minutes.
He didn't have time. He was busy
driving to the other Publix because I don't like the Publix that's closer to him.
He was busy.
But that's a drive.
But I'm gonna tell you a fun fact about me. Like, those that know me, my two genres, my favorite is gospel and old school R&B. So Tony Braxton, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, Deborah Cox, like, that's me. I like my old school. However, female artists, and I may get some backlash on this because I know a lot of folks like Nicki, and again, love her. I have nothing to do with that.
That was the barbershop. I'm gonna let you say it, but that was the barbershop talk yesterday with Nicki and Beyonce. But keep going, then I'm gonna jump back into the topic.
I like Nicki. However, I like Cardi B because she's the right nasty for me.
I'm waiting for
because I say Cardi B because her music is the right nasty for me. You gotta know, like, she I'm like, yeah, you said. She brings out that people have fetishes and all that other stuff. She bring out the right nasty out of you. I'm like, okay, come on, Cardi. You look, and most don't know that. I will listen to that, but I'm a Cardi fan.
I'm on your brain. I got condos in that bitch head. I'm like, oh, like I fucks with Cardi. Like when the imaginary players drop. I'm not gonna
quote half the stuff that I like that she say. I'm not, but I'm just saying I like. So yeah.
She said on that song, these bitches is nuts. These bitches is balls.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Cardi, she give me the right type of nasty. She said the right thing. That was like, that's what I'm talking about.
She says it the right way. And
yeah.
Like I remember with her with WAP, right? And don't get me wrong, I like
right.
I like that. Meg, but Cardi may not be as, lyrical, whatever
right.
have you, or with all of these words that Meg Thee Stallion is. But when Cardi got on when she started rapping,
right,
I'm like, I'm listening intently
right to
catch everything that she
because you, like you said, wow, that and it hit the lyrics. I'm like, that's my right type of nasty. All right, Cardi, look, y'all don't judge me, but no, I'm saying that's my type. I'm like, come on, Cardi, you pulling it out of me, don't? And so in the background, I'm like, all right, yeah, come on, okay, yeah, 7 days a week. Like, look, like we can. she my right type of nasty. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
No, but Cardi said, and it's funny that I sing this song, but when Cardi says, what she says, what's the song? Be a bad bitch. And it's up, and it's up,
and
it's up. Like
yeah.
when she sings, I know that's right or whatever. I'm like, She kind of talked about niggas, but I'm cool.
Right, but that's why I said she give me the right. That's what I like about Cardi. And again, everybody have that. I'm just saying her lyrics, her words. That she give me the right type of nasty. What I call she give me the right type of nasty. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, all this church boy R&B stuff. No, Cardi give me the right type of nasty. Like, okay, I see you. Yeah, that's okay. That's what's up. So I'll say that.
I fuck with Cardi. Like I said, only thing I didn't fuck with Cardi on, if anything, was the length of time that she took to drop an album. She dropped her album 7 years ago and hasn't dropped. She dropped songs, which is cool. But I'm like, drop an album. I need to hear it. I need to my problem with Cardi is I need more music from you. It's not that I don't like anything that she's doing. I don't I just need to hear you more. And
I guess that's important to you because you are a DJ or what have you. See, me,
no, it's important. I
don't care. I like Cardi, but I could care.
But if Cardi gave you an album, I'll equate it to the point of my nephew when he said that he didn't have a chance to listen to a 20-minute album. If Cardi dropped the album, I'm pretty sure you would listen to it. I want to say right away, but you would listen to it.
So
pretty quick.
Let me be clear. No, but let me be clear though. I'm not, and I don't mean it's like I'm not like a head over heels for Cardi and all that. It's not that I listen to her all the time because I told you I'm a gospel R&B. However, certain songs Cardi put out give me the right type of nasty when I'm in that mode. Yeah. Or whatever that vibe. So I'm listening to right.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're if Cardi dropped 3 songs tomorrow, I'm gonna
listen to see what she's saying.
I'm gonna listen to them because it's Cardi.
And if I don't like them, I just won't listen to them all. I'm just like, all right.
That part. I mean, you don't have to like the songs, but you're gonna listen to them just based off of who the artist is. And I feel like at one point in time,
but if Nicki done the same thing, I'm gonna listen to hers too. I'm okay.
I'm glad you brought Nicki back. So I'm walking into the barbershop, and I'm literally walking in, and they say they're talking about Nicki and people that her fans. I was like, I like Nicki, but I'm not a barb.
Right.
I like Beyonce. I'm a part of the Beehive. Cause they were saying how like your sexuality showed what you were. I was like,
oh,
no.
It does.
I was like, no, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Beyonce.
So hold on, but go back because I need you to be clear. What do they mean by because your sexuality show? What does I don't understand that.
So
help me out.
I think the part about it is how you're defined. Like I would never be a barb. I could be a Nicki fan, but a barb is more feminine driven. Like
so
you're a Barbie.
So
like Barbie is
so they associate that with being homosexual, or is it what you're saying? Like I still don't get it.
I'm just because saying they were so yeah, I can kind of speak for them. If I had said that I was a barb, I think they would have considered that
you was gay.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to either one of them, and I'm gay. I'm just saying I don't listen to
that's the blur. Like it can't it's not 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay.
So it's not. It's not that all gay men.
That's that.
Listen to Nicki.
See, that's that barbershop banter that I don't care for. Because they just say all type of.
The first thing I thought about when I walked in was you.
Because
and the main reason I thought about you because I was like this is one of the topics too. Like this is where this is the topic, but it's not a topic. But this is where the stereotypes or the myth is true. Right. As soon as I walked in, this was the conversation. I was like, why didn't you talk about Nicki? Like, because I explained it. I was like, well, I'm a Nicki fan, but I'm not. I'm saying, I feel like when you're a barb, you will do all of the things it's almost like the Beehive, but for Nicki. You know what I'm saying? It's like you would do all of the things to defend Nicki, to say, well, if somebody comes at Nicki, trying to think if Cardi came at Nicki, whatever, then you're like making posts and all that stuff like, well, Cardi is terrible, blah, blah, blah.
But if Cardi did come at Nicki, like from my standpoint, I don't care. That's their beef. I'm not that invested.
But that's what barbs do. Is
okay,
what
yeah.
and that's why I'm saying I'm not a barb in that scenario. I'm a part of the beehive, as in I'm a fan of Beyonce, but I'm not a fan of Beyonce. Like, I'll say I'm in the beehive, but not in the beehive. I'm not a fan of Beyonce where I'm like, if you say Beyonce is whack, I'm not here to defend that. Because I'm going
to defend Beyonce. I'm going to defend Cardi. I'm going to defend Nicki. All of them when they cut me a check. If they ain't cut me no check, I could care less what they say about you. And I'm not getting on social media. I'm not talking about it. I don't care.
It ain't worth it.
It's not worth. I don't care.
It's funny when people get so invested to think that just because it's something, like, say for instance, Nike versus Adidas. It's like, I like Nike. I like Adidas. I like Reebok.
I'm buying both. I'm buying what I want to buy.
When I go to the store and I'm like,
I like that. That looks good. I'm gonna buy that. That's me. I don't care.
It's interesting when you have these loyalists that they're loyal to. Like, if I work for Nike, then shit, fuck Adidas. If I work for Adidas, then fuck Nike. But I don't have any invested thing in any of these entities. And that's the same thing with Beyonce and Nicki. Like, I'm not that invested. It's music at the end of the day. It's shoes, apparel, clothes.
It's like when I was in leadership with a particular big name grocery store. Mm-hmm. I used to tell the reps, whether they Coke or Pepsi, like the Pepsi rep, I'd be like, I'm buying you a Coke today. And they'd be like, man, no, you're not. Or I'll tell the Coke, I'm gonna buy you a Pepsi today. Man, no, you're not. Because see, they'll get terminated. If a Coke rep is caught in the store drinking a Pepsi, they can be terminated for that.
Listen,
so things
I
like that.
Something that if you, like, say for instance, Nike and Adidas, if you're caught on social media and you work for one of these entities and you're caught with the other brand on, you get terminated.
That's absolutely.
I've been to events that said, please do not wear anything other than Nike, Jordan.
Correct.
Like, literally just Nike, Jordan exclusive events telling me I can't wear these specific things. Same thing with Adidas. Same thing with Reebok. You know, so whenever I went to them, I pulled out the Reeboks. I pulled out the Adidas. I pulled out the Nikes. I pulled out whatever brand I was wearing, you know, just to support, you know, the event. You know, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just weird when, like I said, y'all don't pay me to do any of this. But if I'm coming to an exclusive event that's Nike, of course, I'm like, well, let me try it.
But I don't like to be in that box. Again, if you're not cutting me a check, listen, don't bother. I like peace. Anything that I do, home, everywhere I go, I like. Well, what helps me get peace?
I'm sorry. If
no. Let's pivot because we could.
I like peace, so I want to know what, like, because a lot of people don't understand that chaos is a part. You don't have to have chaos in your life if you don't want to. It's what you make.
It's what you make. Absolutely.
So tell me, like, what's your idea of peace? I'm sorry if I'm like.
No, you're not. You're not. See, peace. And what's crazy, I was just telling my daughter this yesterday about my peace. She was like, Dad, why are you not with someone? Why are you not involved? It's not that I don't want to be in a relationship. It's not that I don't. However, at the end of the day, I'm protecting my peace. Mm-hmm. So if this individual is not going to, like I said, enhance my peace, I'm good. I have my career, my kids almost grown, being by myself, which, well, my daughter lived with me, but live myself, I don't have no one's questioning me. No one is agitating me. I don't have to come home to chaos. I'm good. Mm-hmm. I like I like that balance, my peace. When I leave work or when I'm done, when I sign off from that laptop, I like to be at peace. No one is questioning me. No one is have these expectations of me. You got to cook. You got to do this. Yada yada. I don't have that. I'm at peace, and I like my peace.
You brought up a great thing. Expectations. I mean, of course, people can have expectations, but you got to understand how to. It's hard. Like, say, if I have an expectation, I'll give a loose example.
Mm-hmm.
I text you yesterday, hey, let's
Mhm.
record today.
Mm-hmm.
I text you this morning,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we still good for today?
Right.
And I text you, was it your ETA?
Mm-hmm.
So we could record.
Right.
That's me having expectations to want to record with you. But
however,
if I'm not making it known that I want to record with you at a specific time, then I can't have the expectation of you to meet it. Like
correct.
If I say, hey, like we had talked, like as an example, I was like, well, let's like me and you, let's talk about it a little bit before we get
right.
before we
right.
start recording. If I don't let you know that, then that's on me.
Correct.
But if I let you know, like, hey, look, these are my expectations.
And if you don't have that expectation, and even though we spoke on 10 or 11, and I said, okay, 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have those expectations, what's your ETA, et cetera, I'm going to come willy-nilly. I'm going to get here when I get here. However.
And that's fine.
Right.
Like, but what I'm saying is a lot of people tend to set expectations in their head and not let you know, but then let you know after the fact.
Right.
I mean,
they're upset with you about something because they didn't put the expectation out there. They didn't really.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of the things I believe in life in general is that, like, you can either make my life easier or you can make my life harder. What do you choose? Correct. And if you like, it's no blurring of that line. Like, that is just
right.
what it is. Like, you can either make it easier or you can make it harder.
Correct.
And if you're at a point of making it harder for me, I want no part of that.
Correct.
I will work with you if you're trying to not make it harder. But if you're consistently making life harder, then I want some part of it.
And that almost go into intertwine with, like, when I'm asked why I'm single. Mm-hmm. And then some person asks me, well, how's that working out for you? It's working out well for me because I'm at peace. What I'm not going to do is like you, because you already called at my age at 45. I'm not.
He's 25.
No. I'm good. I love being 45. I love my age. Mm-hmm. But at 45,
he's 25 and you got two kids that's 20 and 17.
No, I'm 45. At my age, I feel as though I'm in my prime. I'm in the prime of my life. I'm 45. I'm living my best life.
Remember when 45 used to sound old?
It used to sound old, but I'm in a prime. I think I look better now than I did when I was in my 20s. Let me say this.
My grades
right.
like,
I don't even get.
Look, my grades are crazy.
Look, the grades grow. Look, I think I look better now than I did in my 20s at 25. But you will not come in my adult life where I'm living my best life to disrupt that, because you have these insecurities, because you have not dealt with your trauma, because you got mama daddy issues, what have you. The devil is a liar. I'm not dealing, because I dealt with that long time ago. Let me deal with Sydney. Mm-hmm. Now that I've dealt with Sydney, it's like this. If I was to date someone, I can date you the first week. 3 weeks later, we could say we committed. 3 months later, we could say that we engaged. And 6 months later, we can marry. Mm-hmm. I'm mature enough to do that because I want to celebrate and enjoy someone that we can do this. We mature. We can make this happen. Mm-hmm. I don't need all extra. When I was back in my younger days, well, how's your credit and what you looking for, whatever. No, I'm mature enough to do that. However, if you lead with sex, that's a red flag for me. Mm-hmm. Because look, I'm almost 50. I got more days ahead of me than behind me. You know what I mean? So if you're talking something just sex, and I need to have sex with you, I'm like, bro, sis, we too old. We done had sex with many of folk. Let's get to know each other and celebrate and enjoy each other. Sex is inevitable. That will happen if we're into each other.
But if you can't be with somebody outside of that.
Correct.
Like
if
if I'm sitting up here having a conversation with you and I'm just like, why am I? This is annoying.
Right.
Like those are the things that people have to be aware of. I mean, because I think some people put too much emphasis on the sex part.
Correct.
And I mean, you had mentioned if you leave with it, then I mean that's the beginning and the end. But it's like people think like, well, I mean, because you've done we've done all the things. There's not too much you haven't done.
Whether you done it behind in the bushes, in a car, in a library, in a church, like we've done we've done all of that. So give me substance.
What are you adding?
Give me substance.
What are you adding to the mix? And that's the bottom line. Like a lot of people get lost in the sauce on like, well, we do that. I was like, I mean, we can most of the time you would be able to figure out the sex part without an issue. But it's figuring out the emotional part, how you relate and work together. And when you see little things like, just things that stick out that you're like, damn, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, not to say you weren't expecting it, but the things that you're like, damn, this is why I fuck with you.
I'm at a point, let me tell you something, I'm at a point in my life. And again, people like, why are you single? Trust me, it's by choice. I'm not. Trust me, I get a lot of, advances. It's not that. It's just I know what I want. Mm-hmm. But at this point in my life, again, I'm 45. Me personally, and I was telling them this in the barbershop today. Mm-hmm. I would rather it could be gay man, but I would rather a straight homeboy because I know what I like, the environment I like around. I'd rather a straight man like yourself say, bro, we homeboys. Mm-hmm. We can travel together. We can go out of town, have fun. We go to strip clubs together. I don't care how many women you have. Do your thing. Mm-hmm. We splitting the bills. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to save money. You trying to save money. Mm-hmm. See, if I'm not paying full mortgage or rent, I can drive the car I want. I don't care. Bro, do your thing. I got my own space. Mm-hmm. You do your thing. But when you like, let's go to Jamaica. We let's go and let's have fun. Like, let's do this. And we splitting everything. Like, like, I'd rather have that than be in a relationship that's going to cause me unrest, or there's no peace in my home, or you questioning why I'm doing that. I'm too old for you to be questioning. I got kids. Don't question me.
Yeah, and it's funny too, getting older, and not to say that you get more stubborn, but you get to understand more of what you want versus like trying to. So when somebody comes in and disrupts that peace, you're like, all right, well, if that's how you feel, then we ain't and it's okay. Like we don't. Like,
and it's okay, right?
And it don't have to be like no beef or infidelity or anything like that. You be like, hey, look, this ain't working. It's okay, and we go from there.
So, men, if somebody out there,
that's cool too.
Look, somebody out there that's just looking for a good look. I say companionship, and when I say straight, I ain't talking about sleep with you. I don't want to sleep with you. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to save money. Mm-hmm. You pay half of the bill. I got the greater bag. Right. I got my money there. I can go vacation. When I go out of town, be like, bro, I'm gone. I'm gonna holler at you in a week. Mm-hmm. You do your thing, or if you got your girl, I can leave. I can go out, or I can go in my room and I'm good because I'm saving money. Mm-hmm. To me, it's all about my bag and my money. Like I'm saving. My kids are grown. I don't need no extra in my life. I'm that grown.
You understand.
I'm that grown.
A lot of people don't understand that. Like the peace. Don't disrupt the peace. And I mean that's one thing. Like
if you would say, bro, I'm having a girl, and I'm hypothetically speaking. If you would say, bro, I'm having a girl over, but she think I live in this house by myself. Be quiet. Guess what? I'm going in my room. I'm shutting my mouth. I'm let you do your thing.
I'm totally opposite.
I don't care.
I'm like, look, Sid in the house. This is house too. He stay here.
You ain't got to tell him all that.
He ain't gonna be quiet. He might be watching Love Island. I don't care. It might be loud. You might hear it. You from upstairs.
You ain't got to tell them nothing because my thing is this: you paying half, I'm paying half. Look, I'm not paying full mortgage or rent. I'm saving. I'm good. My savings account is good. I'm driving a car I want. I have a comfortable home. I got my homeboy with me. And if we say, let's go to Mexico, You and I go to Mexico. Whatever you do in Mexico while we there, that's on you. But we enjoy each other's we enjoy. That's where I am in life. And this may be that may be why I fetched the other.
No, that's fine. A lot of people aren't, and that's the difficult part. It's like understanding who you are as a person and what you accept and don't accept is a lovely thing. A lot of people don't understand how to know them as a like. I'll tell people like, hey, I don't want to go to that. Like, why not?
Right.
Because I don't.
Right.
And I'm comfortable with saying, like, I'm comfortable with not giving you. I mean, I can give the reasons if that's what you're looking for, but that's not going to convince me. If I already said in my head, I'm not going to do that, then I'm not going to do it. It's not like a stubborn thing. It's just something that I don't want to do. Hey, look, you hit me up at 6 o'clock. You're like, hey, you want to do this at 8? I'm like, nah. That's okay.
But see, let me tell you what baffles me about us as a people, Black people. Mm-hmm. Now, I do have a Mexican friend. That's my homeboy. And it's probably like 10 of them in a house. They have a nice size house. It's like probably 5,000 square feet, but the 10 of them. Mm-hmm. Man, my homeboy, so my homeboy went to the dealership, bought this Ford F-150 cash because all of them split. He not really paying, and so like, and no shade to nobody, but it's like we as black men and women, we can have a house or whatever, and this is no shade to nobody. We're going through foreclosure, whatever, but you trying to stay by yourself. Mm-hmm. I can stay with you. Look, let's make this easy. It's easy for you. It's easy for me. We got enough space that I don't need to be in your personal space. Mm-hmm. You don't need to be in my personal space. Mm-hmm. But let's make this work for us because look, we trying to save our money. Look, we getting older, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but Black folk, everyone always want to be the boss. Everyone always want to say, okay, this I got my own. Because we come from that a lot of us didn't have anything. Mm-hmm. However, again, I'm in my prime. Yeah. I tell anybody, listen, I have an amazing career. Mm-hmm. I make a good salary, but I don't mind rooming with my homeboy or my home girl. If we can split a bit, because you know how much money I keep it. Instead, say for instance, if we're paying $1,000 a month. I'm just saying, you know what I can do with that extra $500 that I'm not paying? Mm-hmm. Man, please, I'm going on vacation. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm driving. That's gonna be my car note. Mm-hmm. So if I want to get me a Mercedes S550, whatever, bam, because I ain't paying for. That's what I'm talking. Like, I'm at that age. I'm comfortable with that. Mm-hmm. Let's save money. Let's get out of this. Well, I just want to show a woman whatever it's now. If you get married, that's different. Mm-hmm. Then we make that decision. Like, okay, you married now or whatever. All right, cool. You may want to bring her to your home. All right, cool. Now I got the money I've saved. I can go get me a spot. Mm-hmm. It's no big deal. So it's things like that I'm like.
Sometimes we operate, like you mentioned, you operate as if you're getting to that married spot, but you're not there yet. But you still want to. I don't know. It's interesting because I know for me, a part of that is protecting your peace.
Right.
You know, so I would rather, I look at it as I would prefer to, because I had a, and I'm saying from the roommate example, right? I had a terrible roommate in 2008. Uh-huh. And that roommate in 2008 has made me shun any opportunity. and not
so give me an example, like why they made, what was the attributes, or what did this roommate do to make you feel the way you feel about a roommate? That's all I'm saying. And you ain't got to go into great detail.
I go into all. She was like,
okay, so you said she, so we know it's a woman. Okay,
yeah, it was a woman. So I gave a prime example, right, or a direct example. One time I had left my rent money on the table and I just wrote a check. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize I wrote the check for, it was like maybe $2 or $3 less than what it should have been. And I just wrote it for like, it was like $410. I wrote the check for $410. It should have been like $413.
Right.
You know, but I wrote the check. I'm getting a text. And technically it should have been between that $3 should have been like $1.50, something like that. So
Right.
it should have been like $411.50.
Right.
You know, but I wrote a check for $410,
Right.
not even thinking I'm getting ready to go to work and da-da-da.
Gotcha.
So I get up and go. I ride my bike to work. She texts me. She's like, "What are you, broke or something?" And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, "Oh, well, you didn't leave enough money." I was like, "Oh, shoot. Like, how much did I not leave?" I'm thinking, I'm thinking significant 50.
About, right.
Even if it's like 50 or 100 or something like that. She's like,
Right.
"Well, you're supposed to write it for like $412 or $411.50 or whatever."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, my bad. Well, this is what I can." And I went to the automatic, how do I solve it? So I was like, okay, well, if you write a check for $413, I'll give you the $1.50
right.
once I get home. Or this wasn't I can Venmo it or anything, or like this was 2008. He's like, well, you could have just wrote the check for the right amount. And I'm like, all right, so
it was a mistake. Like,
how do we get past this? Like, what do I need to do? Like, it wasn't as if I was intending to short you on the amount to pay. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I'm getting a bike to work in Chicago. Like, I'm just writing a check, making sure like the check is there to pay rent, you know. And she argued with me for probably about a good 30. I'm riding my bike.
Oh, really?
Like,
wow.
From like where I lived in Wicker Park at the time, and I'm riding to downtown Chicago. She's texting me the whole time, like, well, you know, it's messed up. You should have had enough money. I'm like, yo, like, I had $1. But so another scenario, like we had an apartment together. I'm in my room. She's across from me in the dining room, like just in there on her computer. And mind you, this was kind of like, all right, well, I'm just going to wait it out until I don't have to have a roommate no more. You know, so she gets up. There's like Chicago. I don't know if you're familiar with the way Chicago apartments are set up, but they're kind of long, you know, where like long hallways and then like separate rooms and stuff like that. So she got up. She was right across from me. She got up. Took her computer with her, walked down the hallway to her room. Her room was like right across from the kitchen. So it's like, so she walked past my room. Like I said, I was right across in the dining room. So she walked past the bathroom. Then she walked to her room to like across from the kitchen. And she sent me an AIM message or an instant messenger message saying, hey, can you turn down your TV? It's kind of loud. I was like, you literally were just right there. Why couldn't you?
Why you didn't say that? Right.
And all that stuff. So all the men said, I was like, you know what? This is like been one of the most worst roommate.
Well, that was because you continue to have female roommates. You haven't tried the whole roommate experience.
That is the only female roommate I've ever had.
Okay.
And not to say that it was a lot more.
And at my age, I don't see it as roommate. Being 45, I don't see it as a roommate. I see it as
you invested,
right. I mean, like I said, I see it as a companion. When I say companion, not like that. Even if it's a straight guy, companion meaning we split everything.
Yeah.
Now we may say, let's go travel together, and like I said before,
if you say, hey, let's go to DR,
right? Let's go. And what you do
like,
and what you do, that's your business. Mm-hmm. Like you can meet any woman. I'm not. It's just the money that I'm saving. And to enjoy someone that I know, like I know you, you're my boy. Yeah. Let's go have fun. That's it.
Let's plan a trip.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go to DR. Look, I want to go.
I love to go.
What's up?
I'm ready.
You can go do. Look, I'm passport ready and all. Let's do it.
Let's figure it out.
Yes,
I am up for a trip.
Listen. And bring whatever woman or what, bring them. Like I'm down for people. Like I like people. Like I'm like, cool.
But that's the dope part, right? I think a lot of people miss this. Is that it's not a we're in a relationship type of deal. It's a building of a friendship,
right? Where
it's like, I mean, because honestly, I've traveled with people, and I want to say I had like bad experiences, but you know, it's kind of like. Sometimes I've traveled and I didn't know them that well.
Right.
So traveling with people that are like traveling with my boy Ed or traveling with my boy Mike or traveling with even my boy Jermaine or, you know, like or my boy Brock, like we've had great experiences. It was just like because I knew them, and, but traveling with people that you don't know, they kind of like, like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do my own thing. I catch up with you, and even like say for my boy Ed, I'm like, hey, I'm about to go do this. He be like, I was like, you want to roll? Be like, nope. I'm like, cool, all right, see you in a bit.
Right.
And then I go. And then I keep it moving, but I don't get offended that he's not going.
Right.
And he doesn't get offended that I'm doing it because, I'm doing it and he don't want to do it. And that's sometimes people get wrapped up into
and I think the more like what I'm saying, not only just like companion, like my homeboy, we're living together, we're splitting bills. I want to build that friendship, that bond we have. Not just more than like going out, like vacation, whatever. Like say for instance, again, if you and I need you to be that friend that guess what? We get life insurance policy on each other. You my beneficiary on a life insurance policy because again, if anything happens to me, you my emergency contact. Mm-hmm. You know what I won't be. You could tell my kids never. This is how your dad wanted to be buried, and this is what he wants. We talked about it. We discussed that.
I'm willing to do that, and I don't understand. And guess what? Building friendships in general, like that whole idea is kind of going out.
I don't know what, and that's what I'm like. Like I could do that. Possible. Bury me for cheap. Take that money, and guess what? Because we built together, we had a house together. Take that money and pay some of the debt off because you was my boy. I'm dead. What I'm gonna do? Yep. Take that money and catch up on the more and think. If you want to get another roommate, do your thing. But I'm dead. But again, because we was like I said, rooming together or whatever. Handle your business, and I will hope the person do the same for me. Mm-hmm. Because again, if you're not a beneficiary, my kids can come in and take everything because they're my next of kin. Mm-hmm. I don't want it for you because you and I have been traveling. You my boy, and we've been living together. But my kids had nothing to do with what we established in a friendship. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm that like no. You're going to be the beneficiary on this policy. My kids have another separate policy. Take that money and do what you got to do. I don't care. I need you to advance anyways. That's how I see things and view things. Man, get that money and go and do your thing.
A lot of people are, it's weird when I feel like some people are more selfish, but they're selfish for the wrong reasons. Right. If that makes sense. It's like, it's okay to, like you said, build other relationships without losing other, right. You'd be like, well, it's almost like not necessarily to that level, but like you still have friends outside of your marriage.
Correct.
It's like, correct. You got to just be careful of how the friendship is, but at the same time, it's like, it's okay to do things outside of your marriage or outside of your relationship and understand. Like that's what makes friendships, relationships dope. Correct. Is that you still have your friends. Our friends can intermingle at times, but then other times it's like, well, shoot, I want to go out with the fellas. I want to go out with the girls. I want to go out with.
If I'm dating an individual, guy, woman, whatever, if I'm dating and because they know I'm your friend, they be like, well, you always hanging out with this, right, man? You always doing something going up. That speaks to his insecurities. That lets me know who I'm dealing with. I'm like, bro, you got it wrong. And so I'm good on you because you got it wrong. I need you to be comfortable with, like I said, I'm just an open person, and so
I'm gonna have fun.
I'm gonna have a regard. Absolutely.
You be like, hey, look, I want you to go over here. We go kick it. I'm gonna kick it. You say, hey, I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna kick it, and I'm gonna have a ball, like. And let's be clear. Go back to my crib and play fucking Mortal Kombat and be all.
And let's be clear. And look, and I'm gonna look right into the camera when I say this. Let's be clear, men. I don't care if I am your friend with your fiance, your girlfriend, whoever she is. Listen, we can all be friends, but if you want to be stupid, guess what? I'll eat up pussy too. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool by me because I'm a gay man. Don't trust me. Don't be no fool. I have biological children. Mm-hmm. I don't think women are attractive. Mm-hmm. No, it's just me personally. I don't like the drama that y'all get with women and the nat and y'all got the. I'm that. Mm-hmm. So no, look. Let's no. I don't. Y'all can have all that nagging. No, I can go with my dude to a strip club and we gonna have fun. We passing out. Doc, what's up, bro? Look, babe, you see her? She thick. Look, we looking at the same girl. She thick. Come on, look, let's give her that. And that's what I enjoy about being with a man. I do, and I enjoy it because we can have fun. You going to this strip club? We ain't having that conversation. We're not having that fight. We both throwing money at the fat booty chick.
Why is that? And this is what we end off. But why is that a thing that, like, if you are in this, you mentioned this before. You mentioned the insecurity part. If you are comfortable with the person that you're with, then why is it? You know, you said you mentioned the strip club. So why is the strip club, as an example? It doesn't have. It could be anything. It could be shit, fucking.
Right.
What's it, Dragon Con or shit that you just like to do? Why is it that is impacting your relationship? Like, if those are things that you're interested in, because it's not like you going to nobody's going to the strip club to bring somebody home.
Correct.
So, like, why do you feel like that's a thing?
And see, my thought is this: if we're going out, period, I'm going to have fun. Mm-hmm. So. Example, if I was going to a strip club, if we know that it's just fun, this is why it's imperative that you know your partner, spouse, boo, whatever you want to call them, you need to know their freak number. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of folk, this is why everybody's so amazed about the P. Diddy stuff. If you don't know somebody's fetish, and we can talk, that's a whole other topic. Mm-hmm. But if you know someone's fetish, but you with them, guess what? Because they with you, they gonna go out and fulfill that fetish eventually. The bear will hibernate for so long. You can get married, they're gonna do good for 3 months. But let me tell you something. After it gets warm, and see, this is an analogy I tell my friends. A lot of you heterosexual men, you straight men, y'all looking for that perfect wife. Oh, I want a virgin. No, I get you, but I'm just making this a scenario. I want a virgin and all this. So you go looking for that perfect wife. No, you go look.
Still want
virgin? No, you know, make an example. Listen, hear my story. You're looking for that perfect wife. She haven't been with many men, and
18,
right,
17,
correct,
young, and even then it was kind of like a stereotype thing, but it wasn't. And I grew out of it. I'm like, nah, I prefer for somebody to be way at it. But
they like she haven't been with many men, and that's what most men marry. However, he get bored. This is why some, I'm saying, why some men cheat. He get bored because he's so used to bonquisha them that'll jump on the ceiling fan and drop down on it. You know what I mean? But that perfect wife, she ain't jumping on the ceiling fan like that and drop it down on it. Right? Never. So now you're bored. So now you out here trying to that's so far-fetched. You gotta check yourself. You need something. You need some help. That woman, she's not the problem. It's you. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue with a lot of folks. Like, you got to know your partner's freak number, what they like, what they enjoy. And once they tell you, you gotta be like, do I want to deal with that or not? Can I handle that or not? Can I handle with her stroking other men off because she enjoyed that's a fetish? Can I enjoy her liking to be watched because that's a fetish? Like, you got to understand someone's fetish, because regardless, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, and we'll talk about that another time. But I would really like to make that a full out topic. Yeah, because I go into great detail, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Now we gonna talk about it. So cool. Thank you.
Yes.
For jumping in.
It's been amazing.
I mean, I love this whole co-host thing going back and forth. Like, I love it. Like, it's great conversations. It's always
absolutely
interesting to hear. Like I said, I just like to talk about shit.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, we probably spent however long talking about just music in general. Like,
and I don't even think we got on really topic what we were going to talk about.
Right. Like, we will literally utilize this for the next time. So no, I appreciate you. Thank you all for watching, subscribing, listening. Make sure you leave a comment, things that we can do better, things that...
Tell us some topics that y'all want to hear us talk about. Let's put some topics in the comments.
Yeah, please do. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a message, as Sid said, and we'll be talking to you all soon.
All right.